Hello, this is Rob Papen, and I'd like to introduce you to RP-Verb 1.5. After you have installed RP-Verb, it will appear as a FX plugin inside your music host program. First part you need to visit is the section where you can find all presets and banks. Also, the quick manual can be opened if you press the question mark. RP-Verb has presets in several style banks. There are many ways to select these presets. You can do this the classic way by using the up and down arrow in the preset part for selecting the presets, and by using the up and down arrow at the bank part for selecting the bank. But just like our other plugins, we have also here the quick browser. It opens if you click the mouse button while being over the preset name. With the quick browse you can go through all the banks and presets. This also memories the last 8 presets you have selected. This is great if you search for the right preset and suddenly found out that the one of the presets you have heard before was the right one. You can even place presets you like into the temporary favorite list. The quick browser is an essential tool for saving time while making music or mixing. Let me show the features of RP-Verb. A big feature of RP-Verb is that you can switch on/off certain sound parts. This is very handy if you want to compare the sound with or without certain sound features.
Wanna take you far from here to a place where we be near.
Another handy feature is that if you change a parameter or move your mouse above it, this parameter setting is displayed in the readout field here. Good! But what makes RP-Verb so special? First of all, its pristine reverb sound. It is dense and very natural. But more about that later on. First feature you can see at the left side is ensemble. This is a very thick chorus which can be routed into the reverb or heard directly. Okay, first let's play the sound dry and then with reverb.
Wanna take you far from here. Wanna take you far from here to a place where we be near.
Now I put on the ensemble and feed this into the reverb.
Wanna take you far from here to a place where we be near.
Other option you have is to select direct plus reverb, which makes that the ensemble FX also can be heard directly, next to going into the reverb. Listen.
Wanna take you far from here to a place where we be near. Wanna take you far from here to a place where we be near. Wanna take you far from here to a place where we be near.
Cool feature of RP-Verb is that you can switch off parts. So if you switch off the reverb, you only hear the ensemble FX.
Wanna take you far from here to a place where we be near.
So if you like this ensemble FX, you can use it also solo on the instrument or vocals. Next to the ensemble, you can find the other reflections. These are short delay reflections that can appear in certain room settings or microphone placements. The algorithm we use here is complex and offers next to feedback and damping, side and cross reflections.
Wanna take you far from here to a place where we be near. Wanna take you far from here, to a place where we be near. Wanna take you far from here.
Next to that, we added the option to send the early reflections into the reverb. This is by far the natural way of doing it, and should be avoided if you seek a natural reverb sound. But in case you like to create a sound that is out of the box, just give it a try. Listen to the difference between direct and into the reverb.
Wanna take you far from here. Wanna take you far from here. Wanna take you far from here.
As you notice, direct sounds much better. Just like the ensemble, we can use the early reflection in a solo way, just by shutting off the reverb. The early reflection sound can be useful for certain sounds. Listen.
Wanna take you far from here, to a place where we be near. Wanna take you far from here, to a place where we be near.
Next to the early reflections, we have the heart of RP-Verb, the reverb. Here we added top algorithms which can produce dance and natural sounding reverbs. But also new unheard textures like the storm rooms. So here you can select the different algorithms, halls, rooms, all kind of algorithms. Inside each algorithm, we also have color settings. Next to the classic reverb controls like low pass filter, high pass filter, room size, reverb length, diffusion, you can find very special features like pre-delay disorder. This disorder moves the pre-delay more fragmentized into the reverb. Also inside the space size, which determines the size of the room or hall, we have a disorder control. This disorder changes the room size in its shape. Both these pre-delay and space size disorder functions are very detailed and minimal. So if you are unsure, just key them at 0. As told, the reverb section is the very heart of RP-Verb. You can go from a very long tail reverb to unheard room sounds using the storm rooms. Next to the reverb part, we have the late reflection. This adds a single reflection. You can set the delay time and control the damping. This late reflection can add this typical bounce-back sound of a wall. At the left side we can find distortion. This is maybe odd for you to find such a feature inside a reverb. Well, believe me, this is way cool, especially used at drums and percussion. Or to add an edge to your vocal track.
Wanna take you far from here, to a place where we be near. Wanna take you far from here, to a place where we be near.
At the very lower left side, we can find RP-Verb's envelope. It is perfect for building gated or reverse reverb sounds. Most common is to make it active if you added RP-Verb as an insert FX in your audio channel. Of course, you need to use the wet-dry knob up here to mix the dry signal with the wet signal. Once you activate the envelope, several options are available. You can control audio, which is the classic way, but you also can do something very unique for RP-Verb. You can make the envelope also control the reverb space size, so the size of your room or hall. Or the reverb length, or both size and length, or even the size of the room, length of the room, and the audio signal in one go. This envelope is an amazing tool to make new cool sounding reverb textures. What you also can see inside the envelope, next to the attack, hold and release times, are the mono input and the latch envelope button. If mono is active, this makes it more easier for the envelope to respond. The envelope is not confused from the difference between the left and right signal that comes in. The left envelope active makes that as long as there is audio, the envelope does not go over to its release stage. Finally, we have here at the lower right side the EQ. It can be put on or off, and you can select if it does EQ the dry input signal or the full FX signal. Of course, in this tutorial, the quality of the RP-Verb is hard to hear. Best is that you give it a try in your own studio. So download the demo version of RP-Verb.